Hey gamers, what's up? You2 here, and today is the final video. Yes, the last video in our little triage of videos here, the destruction category, how to build every single destruction character. If you want to watch any of the other classes of how to build those characters, then make sure you subscribe to the channel because we will have future content coming out. We already have all those videos on the channel out already, and we'll have individual build guides for most of these characters. If we don't, then they'll probably be upcoming in the future because my plan is to make a build guide for every single character in the game. So with that being said, before we actually hop into the meat and potatoes of this, let's go ahead and talk about some things I want to get out of the way first. Now, as far as the people here in the destruction class, their light cones are going to vary because they do a lot of different things. Some follow up, some need low HP, some take the HP of others. So it's going to depend on each one of these characters what light cone is the best for them. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. There's no like one best light cone for every single character here. Now there is one best free-to-play option, and that's generally the Herder Shop light cone for most of these characters, but not for all of them. We'll talk about that in the video. Secondly, what I want to get out here is what I always say, and what I've said in the past few videos, and what I say in all my build guides, is going to be subs over sets. Get the best substats, doesn't matter, sets really don't matter until you get the best substats. If you have bad substats but good sets, it doesn't matter because your substats aren't there. So always focus on getting those substats over your set bonuses. And what better way to start off this video with than to talk about Arlan first. You know, the guy is everyone hates, but he's actually not that bad. So let's talk about how to build him now. Now, as far as his best in slot relics, go for a 4-piece Sizzling Thunder. This is going to be the best slot for him. Why are you bending down like that? I need you for the B-roll, dude. Come on, this is why everyone hates you, man. I am so sorry about that. Anyways, his best in slot light cones is going to be Blade Signature Light Cone or a Secret Vow. Obviously, he loses HP, so he does take a lot of use of Blade Signature Light Cone here, and Secret Vow also plays into his kit a lot because his HP is low, so he hits increased damage. If you're looking for the free-to-play option, Herder Shop Light Cone is going to be the best free-to-play option for him. As far as planner sets go, I recommend Glameth or Runelent here because most of his damage here does come from his skill attack, but he does get some from the ultimate attack as well. But yeah, Runelent, he does a lot of skill attacks, so yeah, bing bong, big damage there. But Glameth if you can get it, so it helps the ultimate out too. Now, as far as the main and substats go, for the body, we're running crit rate or crit damage here. For the feet, we're running speed. For the orb, we're running lightning damage. And for the rope, we're running energy regen rate, so we can get that juicy ultimate up very, very consistently. Considering his ultimate is only 110 cost, this will help get his ultimate back up really quick so he can consistently use it. Now, his substats are going to be crit rate, crit damage, attack, speed, or break effect. But come on, but quit bending down like that. I need you for the... Gosh, this is why you're D tier. Anyways, with Arlan out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about our next character on this list, which is someone much better than him and someone that sits the top of the DPS category. So let's be honest, the people that sit up top the DPS chart are both destruction characters. Mr. Don Heng, the man that uses 3 skill points to absolutely nuke your enemies. Now, I do recommend something different on him. I do recommend 4-piece Musketeer on him. I like him with as much attack percentage as possible. This is what I like running with my Danny. I don't see as much diminishing returns of this. I recommend 4-piece Musketeer here because it also increases his basic attack as well, and that's enhanced, so really good there. You could also run 2-piece Musketeer, 2-piece Wastelander. The reason I don't recommend 4-piece Wastelander is because it's just kind of hard to run 4-piece Wastelander if you're not imprisoning the enemies. Now, hopping into the light cones, his signature light cone is going to be the best. Second best is going to be a Secret Vow just because you do get that baseline just damage increase off the gate. If you're looking for a free-to-play option, that's going to be the Herder Shop light cone. That's currently what I'm running on mine, so yeah, run that. As far as his relic set goes, I would recommend Runelent or Glameth. These are the two things that I would recommend running on him here because Runelent increases his basic attack damage, whereas all his damage comes from basically. Glameth just gives a baseline increase though. Now, as far as his main and substats go, I would recommend running crit rate or crit damage for the body. This is pretty self-explanatory here. You need 70% crit rate threshold to reach for Runelent, so yeah. Crit rate here is definitely viable, but if you can get there without it, then definitely run crit damage. For the boots, I'm running attack percentage on mine, but you can run speed if you're running Glameth, because you're definitely going to need that. I do prefer attack boots because I run him with Ting Yun with Dance Dance Dance, meaning he can get 2 times in one rotation, then without getting the 134 speed. For the orb, we're running imaginary damage orb, and for the rope, we're running energy regen rope. This is so he's able to get his ultimate back up that much quicker. Now, when Hanya comes out, this might change. I don't know how Hanya is going to work with skill point efficiency. Mainly just have this here for skill point efficiency. Now, if he can get the skill points without using this ultimate all the time, I'll definitely switch this out for attack percentage. For substats, we're going to run the same subset just for about everyone here. That's going to be crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage, speed, and break effect here. But with Danny Boy out of the way, let's talk about our favorite Master of Darkness, Hook here. Hook's amazing, Hook's cool, and Hook does a lot of damage, so let's talk about her. So her best in slot is going to be 2-piece Lava, 2-piece Musketeer, or or 4-piece lava. Either one of these will work very good for her. Now hopping into the light cones. Clara's light cone works really well for her here. So if you pulled the Clara light cone, this works amazingly here. Now, if you don't have this light cone, she actually has two pretty solid free-to-play options. That being Wolf Walk Time and also the Her to Shop light cone as well. Either of these will work on your hook as well. As far as the planar sets go, running Glameth or Runelent because a lot of her damage does come from her skill attack, but Glameth will give an overall buff. I do prefer Glameth over Runelent here. Now, as far as the main and substats go, for the body, we're running crit rate or crit damage, whatever you need more of. For the boots, we're running speed. For the orb, we're running fire damage percentage. And for the rope, we're running ERR or attack percentage. She does give herself a lot of energy from her traces and stuff like that. So, energy regen can help out with getting that ult back up. And that'll also give her more of her enhanced skill attack as well. Now, as far as those substats go, same as before, crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage, speed, break effect, and also, if you can, effect hit rate is not bad for her because she does burn the enemy. But with Miss Hooky Bo Bookie out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about Blade now. Now, Blade is different from every other one because he destroys his own HP. He needs a lot of HP, so we're running 4-piece Disciple on him. That's what I recommend there. Just 4-piece Disciple. That's the best thing to run on him. Get as much HP as possible. For the light cones, his signature light cone or a secret vow is going to work really well on him, the same as Arlan. Is, you know, the less HP he has or the more HP he consumes, that means the more damage he's going to do. A good free-to-play option here is going to be the Her to Shop light cone. Now, as far as those planar sets go, I would recommend Runelent or Salsato here. Just because of the fact he does have a lot of follow-up damage, because he takes use of just about everything here. His base attacks are strong, his ult's strong, and his follow-ups are pretty strong, so any of these will work here. You can even run Glameth if you run him fast. Now, for the main stats, I would recommend crit rate or crit damage on the body, HP percentage on the feet, wind damage on the orb, and HP percentage on the rope as well. For the substats, I would recommend here crit rate, crit damage, speed, HP percent, and flat HP. Like I said, his whole kit revolves around HP. The more HP he has, the more damage he's going to do. So just load him with HP. You're going to be good to go. Now let's talk about our favorite and most wholesome destruction type character, which is Clara. Now Clara does use her Poppy Svarog to really deal the big damage here. So here I recommend 4-piece champion of the Streetwise Boxing, though you can run 2-piece of the new Ash set, the new follow-up set, with 2-piece champion of the Streetwise Boxing. This will also come in clutch here as well. As far as light cones, I recommend her signature light cone. If you can't use her signature light cone, then I would just recommend the Her to Shop light cone here. As far as her planar set goes, I just recommend Salsato here. I don't really recommend Glameth because you need speed for Glameth, and using speed for Glameth kind of defeats the purpose of her kit. You want her to be slow, you don't want her to be fast. But I do recommend Salsato over everything else here. Also helps with crit rate too, so yeah, very cool there. Now as far as the main and subsets go, I would recommend crit rate, crit damage for the body, attack percentage for the boots, physical damage for the sphere, and attack percentage for the rope as well. Hopping into those substats now, she's going to be wanting to use crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage, break effect, no speed here at all. Don't run speed. It's cringe, it's down bad, don't run speed. Anyways, that's all I really have to say about our girl Clara here. Let's talk about our next girl, the best girl, which is going to be Jingliu. Now Jingliu is quite polarizing. You see what I did there? Polarizing, and she's changes her states because she's polarized. Anyways, we're going to talk about her now. Her best in slot is going to be the 4-piece ice set. If you want to get really sweaty, just run 4-piece quantum for the defense right there. But I do recommend overall 4-piece ice set. Now, as far as that light cone goes, the signature light cone, obviously, or a secret vow, either of these work really well on her. You can run the Her to Shop light cone as a free-to-play option here, too. Now, as far as her best in slot planar set goes, it's either going to be Glameth or Runelent because you do want her to be quite fast. Glameth will help out a lot, and obviously Runelent helps out with her skill abilities because that's where the bulk of her damage is coming from. Now, hopping into the main and substats here, for the body, we're actually going to be running crit damage here. You don't really need crit right here. You can just build crit rate up in the substats. Now, as far as the boots go, we're going to be running speed, ice damage percentage on the sphere, now attack percentage or energy regen on the rope. I run mine with energy regen on the rope because I think it's more beneficial to her. A lot of people say I run attack percentage. So, I mean, that's probably the better build. I just prefer her better with energy regen. So, pick your poison there. Now, hopping into those substats now, she's going to be wanting crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage, speed, and break effect here as well. But now with Mommy Jingliu out the way, let's talk about probably the best destruction character in the game right now, which is Physical MC. Now, as far as what you want to be running as the relics here, you want 4-piece champion of the Streetwise Boxing here. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, easy clap. Now, hopping into those light cones, the Clara light cone is going to be our best in slot. If you can't get that, then you can also run Moles Welcome You. That also can work for her as well. Free-to-play options are going to be obviously Her to Shop light cone and Collapsing Sky, which is a 3-star light cone, can be super good. Now the planar sets here are going to be Glameth and Runelent. Both going to be really good to their own rights. Depends on what stat you can get the most of is what I would recommend running here. Now, as far as the main stats go, I would recommend crit rate, crit damage on the body. On the boots is going to be speed, on the orb is going to be physical damage, and on the rope is going to be attack percentage. But hopping into those substats now, it's going to be crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage, speed, and break effect. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video and our saga of how to build every single character that's currently in the game right now, with even some featured ones. If you guys want to check out any other part, they're going to be in a playlist of how to build a hunt character, how to build abundance, how to build nihility characters, whatever the case may be. They're all going to be in a playlist, so if you want to check all those out, make sure you subscribe to the channel. They're all going to be there, as well as individual build guides as well. So hope you guys enjoyed the series. If you didn't, then this is a fat L, because this was the full video backlog that I had for the Japan trip. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless, and I'll see you in the next one later. Bye bye.